Hey there, sports fans. Welcome to Just the Gems. I'm Brandon, and it's music time. Way back when I started this channel, like 3 months ago, something like that, one of the first videos I made was a vinyl review of a couple of records I received, and I just got another one. This one is pretty special. I was hoping that this would happen for a long time. I didn't know whether I should count on it because Square Enix is weird and I almost never understand the choices they make. But this time they came through for me and they gave me Octopath Traveler Recorded Journeys. So this is a selection from the Octopath Traveler soundtrack on vinyl, 2 discs, wonderful stuff. Listen to it today. It is gorgeous music anyway. Being able to physically possess the artifact that is a vinyl record is a really important thing for me when it comes to music that I really love. If I love a piece of music, or if I love a band or a composer, it's not enough for me to just stream them on Spotify or even buy their songs on iTunes or whatever. Digital is just not going to cut it. And CDs, I don't know, something about CDs feels barely a step above owning something digitally. Having the vinyl with, like, you know, the oversized thing that's just asserting itself in your house. The sucker takes up space, right? Like, it's big, much bigger than a little CD. It just kind of reminds me that I love the music. I don't know, maybe that's weird. Maybe you don't have to be reminded of the things that you love. But for me, I don't know. Looking at my vinyl records, pulling one out every now and then and playing it just feels good. I love having the video game music that I love on vinyl. There's a few more that I would love to see. Chrono Trigger and Cross would be great. I know there were some unofficial releases for some of that music, but I would love an officially... Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Square Enix, though, if you are listening, I got another camera. Anyway, let's take a minute and enjoy the physicality of this record. Let's bust into it and take a look. Okay. We have Octopath Traveler Recorded Journey. Once again, another piece of official Octopath Traveler media that puts Primrose front and center. Is she hitchhiking? Does she know that she's part of the group? She could just go with them. They probably let her hop on the cart. She doesn't have to, well, whatever. Anyway, let's get into it. On the back here, we have the track listings in Japanese, if you speak it, in English, if you don't. Yeah. Basic gray. Nothing wrong with that, really. Okay. This is cool, right? I like really nice colors. Like, I like the style that they use pretty consistently. Okay, so what do we have? We have liner notes by Mr. Nishiki, and he's talking a little bit about his favorite band, Spitz. Never heard of them. Likes the Carpenters. Very cool. And then this over here is a listing of the Battle Extend tracks. Now, some of you who have played the game will know every boss battle has a unique introduction based around the theme for the character that you're playing as in that chapter. So technically, the soundtrack as it exists, which I have on CD, I'm pretty sure doesn't have all of these various introductions. So he fought hard, apparently, to get all of these included as like a free download for people that purchase the vinyl. So that's very cool. I'm glad to have it. All right, so taking a look at our first record here, side A. So this is the label, simple black disc, some nice artwork on there. And then side B, looks like it's the same. Let's see if the second record has any different artwork. You can see here the other characters hanging out, doing their thing. So, you know, when it comes to packaging, this may not be the most elaborate vinyl record package that any video game company has ever made, but I still think it's very cool. It's got some good aesthetics. I like the style of the art on the cover, and I think that it's classy in its simplicity, right? There's the physical object. You know, there's nothing maybe to write home about on the records themselves. The labels are cool, I guess, but simple black vinyl, nothing wrong with that, really. Everything doesn't have to be speckled blue and blood splatter. I mean, you know, that would be appropriate for anyway. But the real quality test is in the music, because ultimately what I spent my money on here was music. So here's a couple of tracks. Let's give them a listen. First up is one of the best video game series themes ever, in my opinion. I know that's a big thing to say when you've got Final Fantasy and so many of these long-running series that have had these themes that have been running through our heads for 30 plus years, but the Octopath Traveler theme is so grandiose and so melodic and beautiful. I'm going to stop talking about it. Let's just listen to it. It's just, oh, it's just gorgeous. It's just Yasunori Nishiki. He's astounding to me. Just the quality of the work that he did in this game and continues to do. I had thought that this was like the first thing he worked on. I guess he has been involved in some other soundtracks for some other games, other companies. I think he did some work for Konami for a while, maybe some like music game stuff. Collaborated with some other artists. I think notably he did some synthesizer programming for the Gravity Rush 2 composer. But I'm pretty sure that this is the first large-scale game he's worked on. And he just knocks it out of the park. The whole thing is beautifully orchestrated. As you can hear in this track, like this is basically a model for how every single track goes in this game. It's just beautiful. Next up, I wanted to listen to one of the battle tracks. And this one, the first time I heard it, I was like, uh-oh, I'm gonna hate this. It starts out with this really almost generically country-ish twang that just instinctively makes me cringe and start to tick a little bit, because no shade to those of you who really enjoy country music. It is just not my thing. I have a pretty varied taste in music, but country is one, especially the new country, is just a genre that has never clicked with me. Hearing this intro really put me off, but listening to the song over and over, because you listen to it a lot. If you played Octopath Traveler, the grind is real. Hearing it so many times, eventually it just kind of burrowed its way into my head, and I couldn't get enough. So let's give it a listen. You see what I mean, though, right? With that, that's just super country. But yeah, I mean, it's just an exciting, energizing battle theme. You all are just a champ and a half for tuning in to watch me talk about video game music on vinyl while dressed like a baseball player for some reason. Not relevant. If you would, please like the video, please subscribe. Maybe tell a friend about the channel if you think that it's something they'd be interested in. I would love to hear from you. Leave me a comment below if there's any video game music on vinyl or just video game music in general that you think I should check out. Maybe I've heard it, maybe I haven't. I would be very interested to hear what some of your favorites are. Anyway, until next time, bye.